Section 6 of Library of the World's Best Literature, Ancient and Modern, Volume 1. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Lucy Perry. Library of the World's Best Literature, Ancient and Modern, Volume 1. Section 6. Excerpts of Akkadian, Babylonian and Assyrian Literature, translated by Crawford H. Toy. 1. Theogony. In the time when above the heaven was not named, the earth beneath bore no name, when the ocean, the primeval parent of both, the abyss, Tiamat, the mother of both, the waters of both mingled in one. No fields as yet were tilled,
no moors to be seen,
when as yet of the gods not one had been produced. No names they bore, no titles they had, then were born of the gods.
Lakmu Lakamu came into existence.
Many ages passed. Anshar, Kishar were born. Many days went by. Anu. Here there is a long lacuna. The lost lines completed the history of the creation of the gods and gave the reason for the uprising of Tiamat with her hosts. What it was that divided the divine society into two hostile camps can only be conjectured. Probably Tiamat, who represents the unfriendly or chaotic forces of nature, saw that her domain was being encroached on by the light gods, who stand for cosmic order. 2. Revolt of Tiamat. To her came flocking all the gods. They gathered together, they came to Tiamat. Angry they plan, restless by night and by day. Prepare for war with gestures of rage and hate, with combined might to begin the battle. The mother of the abyss, she who created them all, unconquerable warriors, gave them giant snakes, sharp of tooth, pitiless in might. With poison like blood she filled their bodies. Huge poisonous adders raging, she clothed them with dread, filled them with splendour. He who sees them shuddering shall seize him. They rear their bodies, none can resist their breast. Vipers she made, terrible snakes, raging dogs, scorpion men, fish men, bearing invincible arms, fearless in the fight. Stern are her commands, not to be resisted. Of all the firstborn gods, because he gave her help, she raised up Kingu in the midst, she made him the greatest, to march in front of the host, to lead the whole, to begin the war of arms, to advance the attack, forward in the fight to be the triumpher. This she gave into his hand, made him sit on the throne.
By my command I make thee great in the circle of the gods.
Rule over all the gods I have given to thee. The greatest shalt thou be, thou my chosen consort. Be thy name made great over all the earth. She gave him the tablets of fate, laid them on his breast. Thy command be not gainsaid, thy word stand fast. Thus lifted up on high,
endued with Anu's rank,
among the gods her children Kingu did bear rule. The gods, dismayed, first appeal to Anu for aid against Tiamat, but he refuses to lead the attack. Anshar then sends to invite the gods to a feast. Anshar opened his mouth. To Gaga his servant spake he. Go, O Gaga, my servant, thou who delightest my soul.
To Lakmu Lakamu I will send thee,
that the gods may sit at the feast, bread to eat, wine to drink, to give the rule to Marduk. Up, Gaga, go to them, and tell what I say to thee. Anshar, your son, has sent me, told me the desire of his heart. He repeats the preceding description of Tiamat's preparations and announces that Marduk has agreed to face the foe. I sent Anu, naught can he against her. Nudimud was afraid and turned cowering back. Marduk accepted the task, the ruler of gods, your son. Against Tiamat to march his heart impels him. So speaks he to me. If I succeed, I, your avenger, conquer Tiamat and save your lives. Come ye all and declare me supreme. In upsunken Naku enter ye joyfully all.
With my mouth will I bear rule.
Unchangeable be whate'er I do. The word of my lips be never reversed or gainsaid. Come and to him give over the rule, that he may go and meet the evil foe. Gaga went, strode on his way, humbly before Lakmu and Lakamu, the gods his fathers. He paid his homage and kissed the ground, bent lowly down and to them spake. Anshar your son has sent me, told me the desire of his heart. Gaga then repeats Anshar's message at length, and the narrative proceeds. Lakmu and Lakamu heard and were afraid. The Igigi all lamented sore. What change has come about that she thus hates us? We cannot understand this deed of Tiamat. With hurry and haste they went, the great gods, all the dealers of fate, with eager tongue sat themselves down to the feast. Bread they ate, wine they drank, the sweet wine entered their souls, they drank their fill, full were their bodies. In this happy state they were ready to accept Marduk's conditions. To Marduk,
their avenger,
they gave over the rule. They lifted him up on a lofty throne. Above his fathers he took his place as judge. Most honoured be thou among the great gods. Unequalled thy rule, thy word is anew.
From this time forth thy command be not gainsaid.
To lift up and cast down be the work of thy hand. The speech of thy mouth stand fast, thy word be irresistible. None of the gods shall intrude on thy domain. Fullness of wealth, the desire of the temples of the gods, be the portion of thy shrine, though they be in need. Marduk, thou, our avenger, thine be the kingdom over all forever. Sit thee down in might, noble be thy word. Thy arms shall never yield, the foes they shall crush. O Lord, he who trusts in thee, him grant thou life. But the deity who set evil on foot, her life pour out. Then in the midst they placed a garment. To Marduk, their firstborn, thus spake they. Thy rule, O Lord, be chief among the gods. To destroy and to create, speak and let it be. Open thy mouth, let the garment vanish. Utter again thy command, let the garment appear. He spake with his mouth, vanished the garment. Again he commanded, and the garment appeared. When the gods, his fathers, saw thus his word fulfilled, joyful were they and did homage. Marduk is king. On him conferred sceptre and throne, gave him invincible arms to crush them that hate him. Now go and cut short the life of Tiamat. May the winds into a secret place carry her blood. The ruler of the gods they made him, the gods, his fathers, wished him success and glory in the way on which he went. He made ready a bow, prepared it for use, made ready a spear to be his weapon. He took seized it in his right hand. Bow and quiver hung at his side. Lightning he fashioned, flashing before him. With glowing flame he filled its body. A net he prepared to seize Tiamat. Guarded the four corners of the world that nothing of her should escape. On south and north, on east and west, he laid the net, his father Anu's gift. He fashioned the evil wind, the south blast, the tornado, the 4 and 7 wind, the wind of destruction and woe, sent forth the 7 winds which he had made, Tiamat's body to destroy. After him they followed.
Then seized the Lord the thunderbolt,
his mighty weapon, the irresistible chariot, the terrible he mounted. To it 4 horses he harnessed, pitiless, fiery, swift. Their teeth were full of venom covered with foam. On it mounted Marduk the mighty, in battle. To right and left he looked, lifting his eye. His terrible brightness surrounded his head. Against her he advanced, went on his way. To Tiamat lifted his face. They looked at him looked the gods.